Come on, guys, even though we haven't finished the event yet and I still have to keep buying rewards, okay? The exploration event still has 3 days left, but we've already reached level 25. As I mentioned to you, okay? To reach level 25 in this event, it's not necessary. Like I said, this changes, okay? From one event to another. There are events where to unlock the level 25 reward, you need to complete level 25. And others like this one, which is good news, okay? Because maybe there are people who, well, it doesn't matter, okay? That's only for premium people. Because for those who want to, for the free-to-play players who want to buy level 25 in this case, it doesn't matter to them because they have to complete level 25 since these 200 tokens are needed. But a player with the premium pass who maybe doesn't reach level 25, it doesn't matter because they're going to get those 200 tokens earlier, okay? And they don't need them. Or for example, me today, okay? I'm a player who bought the premium pass, okay? I already have the 500 tokens. I'm going to complete this level anyway, but I'm going to have it a day earlier, okay? I don't need to wait until I complete level 25. Just by reaching level 25, this last line gets unlocked for us, okay? You already know that the daily shop line is at level 20 and this one is at level 25. We buy the little table, okay? I'll tell you in advance that it's not one of the best storage units out there, but I always say the same thing. Any kind of storage is always useful. The storage units we have and the shelves have a maximum capacity. It's true that food, this dog food, can be stored very well because with level 11 shelves we can store up to 70, okay? But in the end, it's cool. The downside, okay? It's that all those storage units, okay? They take up space in the base, but all of that, okay? In theory, this will be solved in the near future, which we're going to talk about right now because there's something you might not have seen, okay? Maybe you have. But if someone hasn't seen it, we'll talk about it. Let's go to the base, we'll set it up. But I'm not sure I have enough food to store and I don't know the storage capacity. Let's check if the unit shows its capacity. Look, guys, I got lucky. Well, not really lucky, I was just being prepared. I left a space in the kitchen. Almost every room has spaces, okay? When I made this base design, almost every room has some space to put a chest or some extra storage. I say chest because when I get the gun lockers, okay? I have 8 now, and as I collect all 20 armories, I'll free up these weapon-filled chests. I won't need them, okay? Because those weapons are already in the armories. So, in every room I tried to leave at least one space, or in almost all of them, just in case I got some storage or needed to put in an extra chest. So here in the kitchen as well. We'll see, because I don't know if I'll be able to put it right up against the wall. That's what we're going to check, okay? But, well, yes, it can be placed. I can't rotate it, okay? Although we could do something else. That's to set it up so it looks nicer, right? We could place this chest against the wall. I rarely use these other chests anyway. Put this one here, okay? I think it works. Let's see if we can get through, okay? Because the problem with this is that with the shelves, look. I knew it. Let's see if parallel to the other kitchen it's done. I don't know if it looks good like this. Honestly, it's nice. The table is cool. Well, at least we can get through. At least we can get through. At least we can get through, which isn't bad. Does it come with anything? One of the few chests that comes with nothing. You know that when we buy a new warehouse, it usually comes with items. For example, this warehouse came with a bit of each item. I don't know if it was all of them, but several of the items that could fit, okay? It always brings you a sample. This one doesn't. Is it going to tell us the capacity for each one? No. You told me that it holds 40. I don't think I have 40 plates. I mean, I'll tell you that right now, because I know, because you mentioned it to me. But I don't have 40 plates, not even close. I have 4 here, I'm going to leave the cats here. 4 of these, the rest are different. I only cook these. I'll keep cooking. I didn't want to make more to avoid extra storage. You can see them. The good thing is that now it tells us what, oh, the berry infusion and the berry tea fit. I'm interested. Because maybe this, right? I'm not going to be able to because, look, we only have 10 slots. I hope this can be improved in the future. I'm not going to put any of that in because only 10 items fit. Okay? And there are, look, 1, 2, there are 6, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 1, 9, 20 different dishes. And there are only 10 slots. 10. Maybe in the future, okay? I won't bother adding potatoes just to learn this since I'll likely cook these dishes eventually, even if it's just to make them look good in storage. Okay? But that's not good enough for us. Now let them bring out those storage units that have a capacity of 40. I'm mentioning this now since some of you said you bought the storage unit. And yes, it holds quite a lot of dishes. Okay? It does have the downside. The negative part is that we can't fit all the storage units we want. When I change the base, yes, there are still some gaps here and there. But for example, the garden is already full. Completely packed. The weapons area too. Everything is pretty much overflowing. There's still space for a few things, but not much. Especially the garden area I planned. I'm not sure where to put the extractors. I'll need to remove some things since it's getting cramped. The thing is, Kefir, in one of the latest updates made the base bigger, but they only made the base bigger in an aesthetic way. On these 3 sides, they added a line. Okay? I think up here there are 2. They added 2. On this one, they added a line. On this one, they added a line. Here, I think they added 2. And here, 2 or 3. On this one, another 2. I think it's 2, 2, 1, and 1. Okay? All of this, you say, okay, great. But what's the point of making all this bigger if in the end they're not making the important part bigger, which is the buildable area? But if you remember, I'm going to look for the sheet. Okay? When they released the roadmap, it's true that they told us they were going to find a way. They didn't clarify much. Okay? They didn't clarify much because they told us they were going to look into making the buildable part of the base bigger. Okay? But this, I didn't see this the first day. The first day I didn't notice this. Or I saw this, we started looking and whatever, and I didn't see something that's written here on this sheet, which says cat. Okay? I didn't see it the first day, I saw it later on in the following days. We've discussed it before, but I'm recalling it now. Okay? Kefir told us that they were going to expand the aesthetic part of the base, but that they were going to consider expanding the functional part of the base. There's a part down here that I can't see, I missed it. Here we have everything about all the Easter events, the cats, the anniversary, the next thing that's coming in the Boggy region, which we hope will come. I think it will arrive at the end of summer or the beginning of autumn, most likely. I don't think it will come in July or August, almost certainly, because those are bad months. It'll probably come in September or October, I imagine. Okay? It'll come. But what it says down here is base expansion. Okay? And here it shows you the construction symbol. Okay? I imagine that this construction symbol, even though it said here expansion of the base area, you could interpret it as just the expansion of the aesthetic part. But the construction symbol, okay, the one we have here with this pickaxe and this shovel, I think it indicates that this expansion is going to be incorporated into the functional part. We don't know when, we don't know if the slots they're going to add are these. Even so, this would be crazy, even if they just added this, a line, just one line, okay? Just one line on each side, which makes 18 or 19 in this case, okay? That would be 76 slots, okay? One line, a 1x1 adds 76 slots. A 2x2 adds another 80 for a total of 156 slots. With just one line, instead of 18 by 18, it would be 19 by 19, and that would be more than enough for everything, okay? Let's hope it arrives. For now, I don't recommend that you remodel the base too much, okay? Hold on for now, since the remodeling may come this year. Possibly just the functional part now, and the aesthetics next year. Sorry, I meant the other way around. This year the aesthetics, and next year the functional part. Pero they're planning to make it bigger. When the time comes, we'll decide whether to create a new design or just enlarge the existing one. I think simply making the rooms bigger is best, since I really like my base layout. I don't know if it changes. Wait, I don't know if it changes. Look, 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 look. Look, I hadn't noticed. When you add something, it changes. See, it's empty, but if you put a plate in, it fills up. You don't have to fill it up. Okay, now they start putting things here. Okay, the steaks here, the meat pies here, these fish fritters here, the fryer. Hey, that's cool. It's really cool. The ketchup and mustard we have here. No, right? I don't know if I'd put ketchup and mustard on a fish dish. This must be something American, something weird they eat. Okay, it's cool, man. I hadn't noticed that detail, that if we put food in here, it changes. Alright, guys, new storage, 40 slots, okay? For each one, it's not a lot, okay? Because also, there aren't that many useful recipes we're going to use. But it's still a new storage. It's cool. It's here. It's nice. It's aesthetic. Consider it an expensive decoration if you want, okay? Ultimately, we've received these dishes during various events, promotional exploration and others, and sometimes we might get more. It's definitely helpful to have some ready-made dishes, like the Loyal Friend dish or salmon soup for items like ash or oak. Some dishes are worth cooking and can be very useful. A warehouse that I never missed, not a single one. And I don't recommend that you do, that you miss it. Buy it if you can. And if not, it will probably come back in the future. Take advantage of this event to get it for free. It's just a small warehouse that adds a nice touch to the kitchen. 500 points is the only thing you can get for free as a free-to-play player, okay? A free-to-play player can get 500 points, and 500 is what it costs. If you buy this, you can't buy anything else. The parts warehouse costs 400, so choose one warehouse, not both. But get one since it's worth it. I think the parts warehouse is more functional, but this one looks better to me. Since the parts warehouse is more common, I'd probably buy this one if I had to pick, okay? We know the other one will return, but we can't be sure this one will be released again. Let's hope so, because lately, even though they're making it complicated, they're bringing the warehouses back, and most of the time for free. But just in case, I'd get it today so we have it for the future. Whatever happens, happens.